Brother Baba, you getting a lot of footage here today. What's going on? There's citizens calling the police on your ass for doing something wrong. Now, I tell you this to say, right?
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be recorded.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Right?
You ain't being recorded. I tell you this to say this, right? I've been on both sides of the line. I've been what you would call a criminal, right? I've actively, consciously engaged in activity designed that was against the law, and I knew it, right?
Brother, I got family like that.
No.
Big deal.
I'm making a point,
Okay.
right? When I had that mindset and I employed that activity on a daily basis, right? I stayed the fuck away from people who did not. The reason I stayed away from people who did not is because there's a fundamental understanding. I'm breaking the law, you not breaking the law. The propaganda that you receive as a citizen is that your ass is supposed to turn me in. You understand? The propaganda I receive is that I'm supposed to try to get away. Okay? Part of getting away is getting away from people that law abiding. Now, someone who is not a criminal is a citizen, is a law abiding citizen. I expect them to call the cops. I wouldn't like it if they did it to me.
Well, see, what I'm trying to say is that given the situation in the history of the police in America and what they've done to black people and what they're still doing to black people, the murders, knowing that when you call the police, like I said, I make an exception.
I'm listening to you.
If a man is beating her ass, yeah, do what you gotta do. You know, that's self-preservation. But I'm talking about like for some minor little squabble or shit like that, some little verbal altercation. You calling the cops, knowing that when they show up, they come in kill mode. Okay, they're not coming to give you the benefit of the doubt. They're ready to take you out. They're ready to pump you with 40 bullets. Knowing that you will call that in, invite death into your household. Okay, to me, that's being a race traitor.
Now,
instead of trying to work it out or go get a brother or a cousin or an uncle or some shit like that, rather than calling some murderous thugs. I mean, okay.
I don't have a problem with your perspective.
Okay,
I just need you to take your 47 years of experience and apply it to your perspective, right?
Okay,
when you say not calling murderous thugs, when you call in your cousin, your brother, you calling murderous thugs, right?
No, I'm talking about the police.
I know, and I'm talking about the homeboys, right? What I'm saying, brother, I'm not defending the police. I'm just telling you that what we tend not to do is we tend not to deal with reality, right? Reality. The real reality.
And what is that?
Not just the propaganda reality.
What is that reality according to you?
As a 47-year-old black man in this society, right? Your greatest threat comes from the police?
No.
Truthfully?
No. My greatest threat comes from living among people who are in a pressure pot.
Okay, so
and who are reacting to the conditions that have been historically imposed on them, which obviously makes it dangerous for everybody who lives in that situation under those circumstances.
now here's what I'm gonna say to you, brother. That's a part of a cop-out, right? Why is it? Listen, bro. Listen.
Okay, good.
I'm letting you have your perspective.
Okay.
You gotta let me have mine, right?
Go ahead.
I spent 25 years in the penitentiary.
Okay, go ahead.
I used to stand on the corner selling drugs, carrying guns, and would shoot the shit out you in a hot flash. Know what I'm saying? Look at you, see me, and still blast you. Why? Because you were fucking with my business. I wasn't thinking I'm shooting my brother.
Of course not.
I wasn't thinking I'm shooting somebody who in a pressure cooker with me going through some circumstances because I wasn't going through no circumstances.
You were immersed in that reality.
No, that's not what was happening to me. What was happening to me was that my community was under attack, unbeknownst to me. That the conditions that I found myself in were orchestrated, designed to produce an effect.
But I just said that.
No, what I'm saying to you, brother, is I wasn't in that. That was happening all around me. I was being me. You understand? I didn't know that it was a puppeteer moving pieces over there that caused pieces to move over here that eventually moved pieces on my block that caught me, excuse me, man, that caught me up in this shit. You understand? So now what happens is I'm employing all of the shit that's coming to me. I got the gun. I'm busting caps. Police come. We put the work down. We get arrested. We go, we make bail. We ain't got no beef with the police. You understand?
Yeah.
Where's the beef coming from? Guys like you that want to rob me for the money I'm making because you caught up in the same shit and you not looking at this like it's something being done to you. You understand?
Right. Oh.
It becomes the hamster on the wheel. You want to know why you turning, you running. You understand? It's in orbit and we in orbit with it. So it's not, I ain't never had no white man come to me and tell me what I can or can't do. You understand? Unless that motherfucker had a uniform on, it was trying to place me under arrest. And he telling me I can't move. You understand? Absent that, I can do anything I want as an individual. Now, collectively, this is where our problem comes from. Because anytime we attempt to say, here's our condition as a people, that's when you become a threat. And we still don't know why. Because we still not dealing with this like it's a fucking business. The only reason you become a threat when you try to move masses of people is because now you fucking with somebody's profit margin. You understand? They think you trying to take their customers away. That's where we at. That's what we dealing with. We dealing with somebody trying to sell shit and they think you trying to stop them from selling shit. That's why they fuck with the vendors on the street.
Like they said, the reason why the government and the cops come down so hard on crime is because they hate competition.
Well, we could say that, but crime is not really a competition for them because you're not doing what they're doing. See, they'll stop you from selling drugs on the corner, right? Look over there. And then they'll open a drugstore on the corner, right? My point is that drugs are still being sold on the corner,
which kills more people.
Well,
pharmaceuticals kill more people than illegal street drugs.
I'm gonna say my point though. My point is a different point than the one you're making. I'm not talking about the drugs killing people. I'm talking about the business being conducted. Right? Look, here you got Pakistani gold merchants, right? South African gold merchants, right? Selling gold and diamonds on 125th Street, right? We could say that this gold and this diamond come from conflict zones in Africa, right? Why isn't people from Africa selling the gold and the diamonds on 125th Street? Access to a market.
Right.
If you control access to the market, you control who can profit. If you control the way that they have access to the market, now you can have residual. That's your leases and your rents and your licenses and shit, right? Your foreign investment. If I try to get you to come here and open a business and tell you don't have to pay taxes for 10 years, right? That's what they're doing. This is why you see so much foreign investment, but at the same time, here we landlocked. We produce nothing. We consume everything. We customers. They build housing projects and put us in the housing project, right? That's customers. Then you have businesses around the housing projects, right? Who own the businesses? The people that live in the housing project? Foreign investors.
I understand.
The only thing I'm saying, brother, the only thing I'm saying is we look at a situation like a woman calling the police, right?
Yeah.
And from my perspective, I've had the police called on me before. I don't like it. You understand? But I also have to be real when I talk to my brothers, right? What the fuck is going on? No. What I'm saying is, what the fuck is going on in that house that first would even make the woman conceive of calling the police on this dude? You understand? Because you know a woman's nature is to nurture, especially if she got kids with this dude. You understand? So now, what type of dude? Come on now. I know all types of dudes. I know some dudes that are so foul.
So do I. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, brother, is that they'll beat their own mothers.
I know.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna stand here and pretend that, oh no, it's not the brother's fault because of the situation that we've been under for the last 400 years. No, he can't be a man. I can't accept that. You understand? Because I'm not gonna judge you by my standards. I'm gonna judge you by your own. Now, if you telling me that you've been alive for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and you don't know that as a man that you supposed to protect the woman,
Okay.
protect the children,
Okay.
not beat and terrorize them.
Okay. Maybe you're misunderstanding me if you didn't
No,
get
I heard
that.
you. I heard you
Okay.
exactly. You said except if she's whipping his ass.
made a-
I understood you.
The thesis that you brought out for a minute, and he never
So I
addressed
didn't know it was going to turn into all this.
What happened was this here. He made a statement. He said that the greatest threat he had was the police, and then he said black. I think that when I approached, that's what you meant.
No, you
That
misheard.
I never said that.
You never said that?
You misheard.
Okay, well, let me just say this.
people
Maybe I
don't
misinterpret.
understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay, but wait, okay, but I came in on the tail end. But
Make a point.
I mean, let's not get into intellectual
make a point.
masturbation and
You wanna make a
egotistical-
point?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a
Make a
point. I'm gonna make a point. When in Detroit, you know what? I'm gonna say that in Detroit,
We don't care to be videotaped.
when they closed down the industries and they took those industries abroad, at that point Detroit became one of the we can't build as brothers. See, that's why we not gonna make it. Now abrogate my point. Y'all, you really gonna make it.
Now-
and the cracker knows that.
Now,
Because
herein is the issue. Herein is the issue that keeps a lot of us apart. You understand? Because here you got individuals like this guy, right?
Yeah.
Now you see that.
Now, I don't know.
No. What just happened was you have egos and emotions. They meet in the same body. It's supposed to be a man body, but it's got a woman's mind. You understand? A lot of these guys are raised by women. So they respond to situations like a woman would respond to situations. He's mad. So he fled off with emotions.
Pull out his fucking camera.
Well, let me tell you, where we are,
Yeah.
a lot of filming goes on here.
No, but
right?
I'm just saying.
I
see
understand.
people having a conversation and you just roll
I
up
understand you,
and,
but
you know,
I'm giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
Where we are, a lot of filming takes place, and a lot of times people come by and film, and the people here don't mind. That's all that is, right? I know people who don't like to be filmed, right? Me, I tend not to care, right? Because I'm kind of vocal, right? I don't mind my opinions being known. I'm not hiding from them. I tell the truth as I see it and as I understand it, right? No one is going to agree with everything anyone says, right? Which is why I'm telling you that in your 40-something years, this is what you have to see, right? Someone can say, hey, that's a pole. Watch out. But your mind could be totally distracted and you might not even see the pole. But when it comes into focus in your mind, you'll see it clear as day. You'll be like, shit, I can't believe that I didn't notice that before. There's a lot of stuff that I notice now at 57 that at 20, there's no way in hell you could have told me that. No way. You couldn't have told me that the economic reality that you see is orchestrated. It went over my head like an airplane. You understand?
It goes over most people's heads.
The fact that there's more businesses around poor people than rich people went over my head when I was 20. Like, get the fuck out of here.
But let me just clarify something that you brought out earlier when we were interrupted. I do believe that it's the man's job to protect his family, his woman, and his children. Okay? If he is
And his community.
assuming his proper role as the leader within his family, then you would never have those issues arise in the first place. There would never ever even be a need for a woman to even have to think about using outside resources to control the situation within her family unit.
Ideally. But
Ideally.
not really.
Ideally.
No, but not really. Because we had to impose community standards in our traditional homes. Because there's always we live on a planet full of killers.
Within certain confines. You know, you ever see a movie called Always Outnumbered?
Yeah.
Okay, but you saw how they dealt with that situation?
You're always gonna have, see, what we have failed to do, brother, what we have failed to do is we have failed to actually consider ourselves a people and attempt to be that people, right? We still in isolated, quote unquote, communities around this country. We've never been in the same place at the same time attempting to do the same thing. We get movements, and then you see 100,000 or 2 million people do this, and then they come back. Well, no, that's not even where I'm going. Where I'm going is,
I'm just adding that on.
no, look what I'm saying. What I'm going is, they come from different places, and then they go back to those different places. At no time do they ever say, okay, we taking the same thing back to those different places, and we're gonna do the same thing, all of us, in all these different places, so that we know we all on the same page about something as fundamental as, who are we? What's our official name as a people in this country? You can't get the same answer everywhere we are. That's fundamental to nationalism. You gotta have a name.
Gotta have a land.
How you gonna be a nationalist without a name? You need a place with a name, and that's where I come from. Right? Africa. Goddamn continent. Well, West Africa. Region of a continent. So now you got guys talking about, no, we Native Americans. We the original copper-tone natives of this land. They tricked us. They took us from one part of this land and brought us to another part of this land and told us they brought us from Africa. You got fools running around here saying that. Actually saying that our ancestors were so damn stupid that they didn't know they ain't never left. See, they don't think what it means. They just think it sound good when they say it. Oh, we studied the stars, we built pyramids, but we wasn't smart enough to know, hey, wait a minute. Those stars ain't there, those stars are over that. You understand? We weren't that smart. But we could build pyramids, invent writing and medicine.
Remember the aliens built the pyramid.
You understand?
We weren't smart.
You get my point, right? But there's so much disinformation, and the reason for the disinformation is to keep the state of confusion in continual perpetuation, because that helps the market. If we all woke up and say we ain't going for this shit no more, right? Automatic chaos and confusion. First of all, if we just stop going to a store, one store, just one, just pick it as a target and say we're gonna shut down Red Lobster.
That shit for years.
No, what I'm saying is, if we just to demonstrate to ourselves that we can do it. We're gonna target.
Actually, we kind of did it, but it was never portrayed in the media. When for last Christmas, when they tried to boycott the Black Friday, it was actually effective. Sales were down.
Sure, but
drastically. But you didn't hear that because they don't want you to know the power that we have.
Understand what I'm saying, brother? If we target a business with the express purpose of shutting the business down, we're not stopping until we shut that business down.
Right.
So that we can demonstrate to all of our people, hey, listen, this is what we can do. Now, instead of having a gun with no bullets, right? That's a picket sign saying no justice, no peace. That's a gun with no bullets, right? Why? Because your ass gonna get tired of marching in 3 days, you going back home, right? But if you announce as your strategy, as your goal, as your strategic objective to shut this business down, and then you shut that business down, not only are you saying something to them, but you saying something to everybody else with a business in your community.
Right, they be shaking in
You on notice. You understand?
Yeah.
Oh shit, they found their power. They know how to use that sword now. But nah, that's not where we going, because we have national leaders who have agendas.
Nothing but government agents.
Well, they have agendas.
Yeah.
You understand? They're employees.
I mean, listen. When I say bad shit about Al Sharpton, people jump down my throat.
What bad shit you said about Al Sharpton?
Other than the fact that he's a charlatan.
Charlatan.
Other
Okay.
than the fact that he.
You mean politician?
Well, politician.
Bruh.
Other than the fact that he really doesn't have the best interest of black people at heart.
Well, best interests of black people at heart. I think Al Sharpton has the best interests of black people at heart,
You do.
right? I don't, however, think that Al Sharpton has any intention of implementing any policy that would affect his best intentions, right? Understand what I just said to you. I think Al Sharpton has the best interests of black people at heart. I don't think that there is a rational thinking black man or woman in this society who does not have our best interests at heart. But the ability to implement programs and policies designed to affect our best interests is something that they don't have. Barack Obama don't have the ability to implement programs. Listen, this is on us. If we had, for instance, right? If we had ground-based, grassroots organizations, listen, that we belong to, right? That when we said, this is what we're gonna do, everybody agreed to do it, we could extract so much fucking resources from these governments, these local and federal and state governments, for our benefit, that'll be ridiculous. But what we have going for us right now is this. They got us separated like these fingers on my hand. So while you over here trying to do something with the thumb, I'm down here with the pinky fucked up. You understand? And I can't get that pinky over there with the thumb because now it's uncomfortable. And when I see you trying to make moves and I see that's working and I say, yo, we can do that over here, I can't get nobody over here to do that with me because they looking at you and saying, how's he doing that? He must be an agent. Who he working for? You understand? It's bullshit built into this market that has been steadily pumped into our minds via that television forever. Anything you do, you're gonna get caught. Don't try it. It's your cop shows. Every channel got one. Every time you turn something, the theme is the same. If you try it, we gonna catch you. They pump you with the Black Panthers. What happened to them? They destroyed them. What happened to them? They destroyed them. The black movement, Black Wall Street, they destroyed them, right? They always show you shit where you try it, we gonna get you. You ain't gonna make it. You're not gonna be successful. So now you got dudes who don't even try shit. They tell you, look, look at the psychology. Here you got gangsters out here. Killers. Guns. Yo, raise up. What's up, police? These motherfuckers is killers. But they also subject to the propaganda that they have been receiving since they were children. Cops and robbers. The robbers run. The cops chase them. You understand? This is psychology.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah, they got us fucked up psychologically. So consequently,
Listen, the cop that murdered Michael Brown should not be able to walk around. Period.
listen,
shouldn't even be able to walk around.
Listen. In Brooklyn, right? What's the propaganda that we got coming at us from Brooklyn? Right? It's thugs in Brooklyn. Right? They had some white boys chase a little black kid in front of a car and killed him in Brooklyn. Yusef Hawkins. The white boy was in jail with dudes from Brooklyn. They ain't did shit to him. They was in there cutting. Listen, they was in there cutting each other up.
But if I stepped on his shoe, he'll kill me.
They was in there cutting each other up with razor blades, hiding razor blades in their ass so that they never leave. You from Brooklyn? So that they never. You remember Yusef Hawkins? Huh? Come on. Come over. No, I ain't saying you a thug, young brother. I'm making a point, right? My point is that
The brother who make them is on his way.
the point I'm
I'll give
making,
you
young
his number,
brother.
though, when I get done with this.
The point I'm making is the propaganda that we ourselves engage in, that we ourselves perpetuate, right? Would have you saying shit like, "Oh, Brooklyn, take it. Manhattan, make it. Queens, fake it." You know what I mean? You never heard that shit? This is bullshit propaganda.
This is my question. Why does it seem like African American brothers, right, always find a reason for confrontation, but white people, this is universal from anywhere in the world. They go anywhere amongst other white people, they accept it, and it's harmony.
Code, universal code.
Harmony.
You want a simple answer to that? It's called social engineering.
Thank you.
Right? It happened on the plantation.
Thank you.
It happened on the various plantations that they had us in. And after the plantation, see, what happens is this, right? Communities, you will have outspoken people, right? They targeted the outspoken people. So when you see your history of lynchings and cross burnings and shit like that in the South, they wasn't just doing that to any black people. They was doing it to the outspoken black people, and that tended to keep the people who was outspoken quiet.
Same thing they did to Tupac.
It's called terrorism.
Same thing they did to Tupac.
Yeah, but it's called terrorism. This is how you
Still
get.
going on this day.
It hasn't stopped because the situation hasn't changed. The dynamic that we face here is the exact same. The dynamic that we have in relation to this market is exactly the same as it was in 1619.
Now the only black man we got that's almost as revolutionary as Tupac is Kanye West, but they let him say what he wanted because he's gay.
Well, now see, wait, young brother. See, when you say revolutionary, right? I gotta tell you, Tupac wasn't a revolutionary, and neither is Kanye West, right?
Outspoken brothers.
Outspoken, yeah.
brothers.
But listen to this, right? Listen to this, right? Listen to this. If you look around the globe, you have countless brothers that's outspoken, right? If you look throughout our history here, countless brothers that's outspoken. In fact, I told you, that's why brothers was getting killed for being outspoken, right? We can go back to slavery days. Frederick Douglass was outspoken. Beat up the master and escaped. Went to England and was outspoken. Opened up about 8 newspapers. Made speeches all around the country. Outspoken.
But we have a new version of outspokenness now. Because see, you gotta remember when Brother Malcolm X spoke on Kennedy's assassination, the fact that he even talked about the president got him where he's at now. Now we're gonna go to Kanye
No, brother,
West.
that's not what happened. That's not what happened to Brother Malcolm.
Well, oh wait, we're not gonna say that. Maybe that's not the direct cause, but look at the events that happened. He spoke
Politics,
of the
brother.
All right, he spoke of the president. Next thing you know, he was dead.
No, brother, no,
There's
no,
no such thing as
no,
coincidence.
Brother, no, and there's no such thing as coincidence.
Now,
but
Kanye
there
West-
is such a
Kanye
thing
West
as
blatantly-
there is such a thing
Look,
as misinterpretation.
Kanye West blatantly said George Bush does not care about the black men. That was blatant, right? Now, not was he wasn't shut down. Usually, when a black man says too much, he's shut down. He's
No,
thrown in
brother,
jail.
no,
Kanye
brother,
West
no.
only grew more popular.
No, brother, no. When
Kanye
no,
West is
brother,
on top of
listen,
the game
if
right
that
now.
was the case, if it was the case that when a black man just said something outrageous or spoke out, right, they would have shut Malcolm X down long before they
You're
killed
missing
him.
the point.
No,
Kanye West
I'm
got
not missing the
away
point, brother.
with murder.
I'm not missing the point. And Kanye West
Kanye
did not get away
West
with
is
murder,
on
brother.
top of his game.
Kanye West didn't
After
get away
saying,
with murder.
you're
Kanye
not-
West
you're not
ain't.
getting the point.
Kanye
You're
West,
not getting the
brother.
point.
I
Why
understand
was
you.
he
Why would you
allowed?
think
Why
I
was
didn't
he allowed
understand?
to still be famous
Brother,
after he said what he said about the
Listen,
president?
listen.
Because he pushes
Kanye West.
He pushes the gay agenda.
No, brother. Kanye West didn't
Ain't no
say
such thing
anything.
as no. He
He
pushes
makes
the
money.
gay agenda.
Kanye West.
And he pushes the gay agenda.
Brother, Kanye West didn't say anything.
And
So
he
what he
pushes-
said?
he
So what he
pushes-
says? George Bush
he
don't care about
pushes
black
the
people.
gay agenda.
Brother, that's not the issue.
Yes,
Look,
it is. Turning brothers into bitches. That's the issue.
th-
That's
you
always
think that's the
gonna be
gay
on.
agenda?
Yeah, man.
Come here for a
he's
second.
turning brothers
Come here
into-
for a
into-
second.
into
Come here for a
females.
second. Come here for a second. Come here
gotta
for.
think about
No,
that.
come back here. Come back here.
I gotta come back.
No,
and get
come
these
back.
votes.
Come
I
back
gotta
for.
stay
Come
in
on.
Bill
Whoa,
real quick.
whoa.
Come
Whoa,
back.
brother.
Kanye West is pushing the gay agenda.
Brother. Why do you think that a dude that's married to a woman? Here's the problem with these youngsters, right? Now he probably don't got a wife. You understand? Kanye West has a wife. All right? Now, whether or not you agree with his fashion tastes, which I don't, which I happen to think is kind of like suspect, right? I don't think the young man is gay, right? And I know better than to say some stupid shit like he's promoting a homo agenda, right? First of all, for the umpteenth time, we are in the middle of a market, okay? The only reason you see all of this activity centered around gay and lesbian people is because they ass is economically viable in this market, okay? They spending money, and they spending money in places where it counts to spend their money. Now, you show me a group of young blacks that are making campaign contributions to anybody in power, and I'll show you some people that's getting their shit addressed. You can't show me that, but I can show you a bunch of homos that's doing that shit. That's why their agenda's being addressed, okay? When you start playing effective strategic politics, you will start getting effective strategic results. That's what them faggots is doing, all right? It ain't no mystery to that shit. We in the middle of a market, and money talks in this market. If you got the money to make it talk, it'll talk for you. Now, here's what you observe. In these communities where we live, you see pennies on the ground all the time. That means the people in these communities don't have an understanding of what money can do. It is a tool. If you have it to use, you use it effectively. If you don't have it, you don't really understand it, right? The homos understand that money. They're using that money effectively. You see commercials and shit. You see TV shows with homo themes. You see all kind of propaganda designed to make you think, hey, it ain't so bad. You understand? That's money talking. Now, if you moving that money like that, you understand it. If you not, you don't. You're gonna think some stupid shit like Kanye West is promoting a homo agenda. That's just stupid.